Hey, what is up everyone, and welcome back to another Animous tool review. Thanks so much for watching that last video and for everyone that's supporting the channel so far. So without further ado, today we're going to be doing our tool review for GUNPRIMER tools. Let's go ahead and get right to it. Now, some of you already know that I swear by glass files, so I've been using the Razer and GUNPRIMER products for a while now, and they really don't disappoint. Biggest thing that I want everybody to know is that yes, these tools can get pricey if you're trying to buy them in bulk. However, there are sites up there that provide the best service when it comes to these tools, so you can order them or you can order them directly from GUNPRIMER themselves. So where's GUNPRIMER? So GUNPRIMER is based out of South Korea. They're a company that also makes these tools. They also make other tools as well. They make chisels, they make recovery tools, they make these. I think they made a glaze not too long ago, as well as they make a little brush tool, which I have around here somewhere, which I was using the other day, so I'm not sure where I put it. But they do make all these tools that usually you wouldn't find anywhere else, or there are other brands out there that make them, like the Spay and Matworks and all these other companies as well. I did find the GUNPRIMER, the other brush I was talking about, so we'll go ahead and talk a little bit about that today as well. So biggest thing that I want everybody to remember is that these tools are kind of like high-end tools, well, semi high-end tool, I'd say mid-tier tools when it comes to sanding, because these are gate removers. Now, where do I go from that? Now, a lot of people have been seeing other videos, have seen my tutorials in regards to nub removal, and they saw me use this tool to remove like the excess plastic or the nubs, right? So that's basically what a gate remover is. These are glass files that are used to remove those nubs and leave you that smooth finish on the plastic. Now, there's other tools that you can use too. We've talked about it before. You can use your hobby knife, you can use your nippers, your single bladed, etc. And those are just a few options that you can have, right? But it's always good to always have a glass file, at least in my opinion, so that way you can touch them up. Some people might not care because most of us paint our kits. So just using the hobby knife here and there, or just giving it that second cut, even if it does leave a mark, it doesn't really matter because we're gonna paint them anyway. With these tools, there's a steps process that you can take. Now, you can see the box underneath these tools. The only tools that come inside that box are going to be these three, right? So this is the initial like starter kit for all the builders out there from GUNPRIMER. It has the Razer tool, which is the gate remover. It has a balancer, and then it has the recovery little cloth here. So what's going to happen is that the steps that you were going to take is usually you would just take the Razer, you'll hit the nub till it's flat, then you'll hit it with the balancer, then you'll recover it to get that matte finish. I usually skip these two steps. That's why you can see that my balancer is still there, brand new since I got it, and the recovery little cloths are there as well because I don't use them, because usually I paint my kits. Now, with that being said, there are other tools. Now, GUNPRIMER also have these little brushes that they sell. Now, there are other brands out there that have brushes as well. You got the Spay that has brushes. You got Matworks that has brushes. Everybody has brushes like these as well. But I went ahead and went with theirs as well, just to keep it balanced in my tools there. This razor right here is the Razer Origin, and from their information, this is supposed to be a super nano technology. They state that their little grit lines are way smaller than normal ones, and it's supposed to be around 400 grit. Now, I can say for sure that every time I've used this razor, I've never had excess plastic taken off from sanding, and it has worked very, very well. I could definitely say I'm definitely satisfied with this one, being as it's so small. Like, someone asked me, do you recommend the Razer Plus or do you recommend this one? But we'll talk about the Razer Plus and then I'll give you my answer to that. Now, for the balancer itself, these balancers, they do sell them at their site, and you can get them anywhere else that sell GUNPRIMER products. I'm going to be very honest with you. I haven't used this one. I haven't used this one from that I have from the box, but I do have one that I had before that I bought separately, and it works perfectly if you're doing like a straight build. If you want to take the process, you're gonna go through the process and keep that glossy look. It's definitely a good tool for sure. The only bad thing about these is that they won't last you long before they get like really damaged. So you want to keep a lookout for that. Maybe buy them in bulk if you're trying to get a bunch of them done. Now, some people might try to, I can see it, somebody saying like, well, you could just go to a beauty store and buy the nail buffers. You're definitely correct, but like I said, this is just a gun primer review for for their products, and I'm just giving you a heads up. Whenever you do use your balancer, it might not last you as long as you think, so you might want to buy a few of them whenever you decide to order them. I know that they give us these little cloths, and it helps with the matte, keep that matte finish, I guess. I'm gonna be completely honest and tell you that this is like a waste of money. So if you're really gonna buy, this toolkit, I can recommend you to refrain from just buying the whole thing and just getting the glass file. That's just my recommendation in regards to the toolkit itself. Mainly because, some people might say that, yeah, no, the recovery tool is great, etc., etc. If you paint your kits, you're not gonna be using these two tools at all. As a matter of fact, you might not even use the gate remover. So buy them separately. There's an exponential price difference between buying just the Razer separately or buying it together. So just keep that in mind whenever you are going to buy if you decide that you want to go with one of these gun primer tools. Just get the Razer and then go from there. Not saying that the whole kit is not worth it. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is that for people like me that paint their kits, it's not the greatest expense. Like, I mean, you can tell right now, like I had bought these before separately, and then when I bought this box, it just came separate. It just came with both of them, and I haven't used any of these, right? So good feature about the box is that I don't have it anymore, but all the tools come divided in the box in this little foam area right here. But then when you remove the foam, you can actually use this box as a little toolbox or carry box for your tools. You can fit a few tools in there. I used to carry like my nippers, my hobby knife, the little brush, my razor, and all that. So that's actually pretty handy. Now, one thing I do want to mention with these glass files is that these glass files are very delicate. So please make sure not to drop them. I've seen a lot of pictures of fallen glass files on Facebook. So you guys make sure that you take care of it. Don't drop them in any surfaces and anything like that. So, because they will crack, and they'll be the end of it. I mean, with the difference that if you split them in half, you might have two glass files, I guess. It's not really funny. But be very careful with that. Balancers, if you're trying to use these balancers, like if you're a straight builder and you want to keep using these balancers, make sure you buy them in bulk. Like I said, they won't last you long. They'll start to fall apart easily. Same with the recovery cloths. They might start falling apart after a while. Try to get a few of them if you really want to get into them. Now, moving on to the brush itself. Biggest thing that I want to talk about this brush is that now they released a bigger version of the brushes. This is more like a portable carry brush, and then they do have another brush that they're selling that you can use for your kits as well. I've been using this one for a while. I use this to dust my kits and just give it a few touches here and there if I go to a local competition or something like that. So it's been very helpful for me. Price point wise, I can't recommend it based on the price, because I know for a fact that you could get a better brush out there somewhere based on that. But looks good aesthetically. It's very portable. You can carry it in your pocket or in your toolkit. So it's a good investment if it's what you want to do. Now, I want to talk about the Razer Plus. So someone asked me the other day, do you recommend the Razer Plus over the Origin or vice versa? I'm going to be very honest with you with this Razer Plus. So comparing it to the Origin, you can see the difference in size. Clearly the Origin might have a lot more play, and you can angle it and use it in different angles, smaller tools, etc. However, this one does have a flaw. The flaw is that if you're trying to remove a larger gate, then it becomes a little bit difficult because you're gonna have to clean it so it doesn't stain the part or just smear the part or ruin it. So and that's with all glass files. I haven't had that happen to me where the actual grits clog, because I clean it after every few uses. So but just keep that in mind. They are both useful. For that one person to ask me the other day if I recommend one or the other, I recommend both. If you're gonna buy one, you should always get the other, mainly because this one I use, like for example, I like to use it on high grades and like smaller kits, but this one, when I'm building master grades or perfect grade kits, it's perfect. I haven't had any issues with it at all, and I love it. The angles that you can get with this one are almost the same. They're almost the same as the as this one. The only thing is that I like the fact that I can be a little bit more versatile with this one, because I could just grab it here, but you can do the same with this one, but the sanding area is a lot wider when you're sanding. So let me see if I can get close there. All right, so if you take a look, you can actually see the pores for the glass file itself. Now, all in all said, you know, this tool here, these tool here's, I recommend them for anyone. And I am someone that gives my honest opinion in regards to everything. I do have other glass files, you know, I do have other glass files, so stay tuned for that video where we're going to go ahead and take these and throw them up against all the other glass files, or some of the glass files that are out there on the market that people have said that they've purchased before, and see which one will reign supreme. So stay tuned for that video coming soon. Now, the biggest thing that I want to talk about these glass files is that maintenance is everything. I had someone tell me, well, I started using it, but after a while it didn't work like I wanted it to, so I stopped using it. Well, that's very easy. You know, there are different methods that you can use to clean glass files. I have found that the most efficient method to clean your glass file is using a piece of masking tape. That's it. You don't need to run it through water and use a brush or whatever else you have been doing this whole time. Use a piece of masking tape. You're gonna press it against the glass and you're gonna clean it, and you're gonna see the difference. So just keep that in mind. Taking care of them is a plus. They're very delicate tools. You should never keep them somewhere that they can fall, and if it falls, hope it falls on the rubber side, and then go from there. Now that we've talked about the tool, the original tools itself, I want to talk about something that I got the other day, which I saw most of you saw in my community post. So from our friends at Gundam Place, I did get their GUNPRIMER Razer Plus, their edition. Now I do want to talk about this because somebody asked me if there was a difference between the Razer Plus and the normal Razer Plus and those limited editions that some of these sites sell, like New Type and at this point, well, Gundam Place. So let's go ahead and open the box. One thing that I do like about GUNPRIMER is that all their tools are always very well packaged, and I've never had any tools be damaged during shipment. So as you can see here, you get the little card. They get you like a little limited edition sticker, I guess, for the limited run for the tool itself. Then you get a card here, a very nice printed card with the Razer Plus Gundam Place Edition 1, and this is limited. So this is not saying that they're just not gonna make them anymore. This is saying that this is the first one that they're gonna release. So we might get other Razer Pluses or Razer designs in the future. Who knows, right? So as you can see, you turn around in the back and you can see that it's like the collaboration from Gundam Play Store and GUNPRIMER, which is very neat. And then, you know, that's pretty much it for that. Now, box is very standard. This is how all GUNPRIMER tools come in. They come in these little nice boxes. Am I tearing it up? I might be tearing it up. Yeah, I might be tearing it up. Okay, so it slides out. There you go. Yeah, I almost tore my box up. All right, perfect. So these tools come very standard with GUNPRIMER. You can get the box. You see the box right here is very standard. You slide them out. One thing that I do want to mention is that these tools are always super secure, and they come in boxes. They come wrapped. If you order them from Gundam Place or you order the ones from New Type or any other places, they always come in like their normal packages and super secure. I have ordered tools from GunPrimer themselves, from straight from you know, South Korea, and I have never had any issues with shipment. Everything arrives in perfect shape. Now, I want to talk about the design of this GunPrimer tool. Now, some people, people always tell me like it doesn't matter how it looks like as long as it performs. I get it. You don't like nice stuff. I do. It's just, you know, I love the way this looks. I love the design on this one. This is why I chose, you know, this is the first time we get one that's limited edition, or, you know, normally we just, you know, see how the comparison between the both. It is the same tool. For those of you that had the question, like, is it the same tool? Yes, it is the same tool. The only difference is the design for the little sticker in the back. All right. I believe cost is about the same. I am super grateful, you know, that they brought these so I could grab one in time. This is a very cool piece, and I'm very glad to add it to my collection of tools. Now, I want to mention that with that being said, these tools are, like I said, they're all delicate. You have to be careful how you maintain them. You have to make sure that you take care of them and that you do proper maintenance on them. For those of you that are having issues saying that it's not working anymore, it's not that it's not working, you just need to clean it, okay? Clean your tools, very important. And that is pretty much it. I decided to make this video just to show you what kind of GunPrimer tools I use. I will be doing a full review on the glass files. We're gonna make a Who Reigns Supreme in glass files soon. I'm just waiting on a few glass files to come in through the mail so we can go ahead and get that video started, and we can go ahead and do the comparison between all. And then we will really know which glass files are really worth it and which ones aren't. So so stay tuned for that. I would like to thank everybody who watched my videos and support the channel so far. We're almost there to 500 subscribers. So if you like my content, please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all next time.